Welcome back, everybody, to Film Cricket Channel. Today I'm going to do a review on the Lilo and Stitch live action film. Came out a few months ago. I know we're running behind, and I apologize for that. We're going to try and get caught up. I know this one probably, and you can look, is on the streamers by now, or at least coming up here very soon. No, Disney Plus tries to get them out as soon as they can, especially when a movie doesn't do great. I'm not saying this one didn't do great. I'm just saying it probably shouldn't have, honestly. It wasn't really great. So, what do we want to talk about? Um, as you're probably aware, Disney's been doing a lot of these live action remakes of a lot of their films to different qualities. We talked about the Snow White live action that was just really not good. And funny enough, during that one, they were showing the previews for this one, and the previews, which you're seeing floating in the background here, were actually pretty promising. Like I watched this and I said, hey, you know what? Maybe they'll do one right. Stitch looks funny. It looks like it's really good. I'll go out and watch it, and I was hoping for the best. It wasn't horrible. I'll tell you that it wasn't the worst live action remake of a Disney movie, and I'm a pretty good fan of the Lilo and Stitch movies. I thought they were good when they came out, the original ones. So what did this one do right? It stayed generally, and I'm going to tell you where it didn't, generally true to the original movie in the sense that obviously Lilo, little girl living on Hawaii, outcast, Stitch shows up and becomes her pet. So there you go, right? Still the same basic story. However, some of the differences were glaring. So for starters, Lilo came across as more of a brat than she did in the actual movie, and some of you may hate me for saying that. How dare I call a little kid a brat? But she kind of is. Like she's just more naughty than she was in the original one. That was kind of striking to me in the beginning. I didn't like that. I thought she was a very cute little girl in the cartoon, and to change that now is just annoying. Um, the dynamic with her sister is different too. Her sister really in the original cartoon was very much a mother figure to Lilo, and that doesn't go away throughout the whole movie. That's, Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind. Well, spoiler alert, and I mean this, if you haven't seen all of the reviews on it yet or anything like that, she leaves her behind by the end of the movie, right? Like that whole Ohana means nobody gets left behind. They decide they want to modernize that. They want to let Lilo's sister Nani be able to go off to college, and it's on the mainland, and so off she goes by the end of it. And they talk about how this is actually this other saying that we really should have talked about, and I forget what it is because that's meaningful and it means go do what you need to do or something. And so she leaves her. Now, granted, they have this portal gun that she can visit her very easily, but apparently Ohana doesn't mean what it used to mean. The main bad guys are a little bit different too. So if you remember in the original movie, that one shark, I forget his name, but the shark was the main bad guy, and Jumba and Pleakley, the two aliens that come to like originally like get Stitch and stuff, they wind up becoming good guys, or at least Jumba does. That's kind of a major story arc for Jumba because he is a villain. He is who created Stitch, but by the end, he kind of becomes a good guy because he starts fighting that shark bounty hunter that's after Stitch, and he shows up, I believe, in the subsequent cartoon movies. In this one, there is no shark bounty hunter after Stitch. It is Jumba and Pleakley only, and Jumba stays to be a bad guy. He never changes from a bad guy. And that's actually quite annoying because you lose a whole big development and character arc through that. The gentleman, Courtney B. Vance playing Cobra Bubbles, yeah, he was okay. Um, really should have been Vin Rames or however you say his name, the big dude. Like that's who should be it. That's he could have played him. I don't know why he didn't. We do bring Tia Carrera back as the DFS worker or the family services worker. Uh, I get why they did that. I'm pretty sure she played Nani in the original, or did the voice acting for Nani in the cartoon, so to give her kind of like that cameo. But, and I'll let you look it up, I'm not really cool with people who pose nude in Playboy in my kids' movies, and so that was a little weird for me. Does it distract from the movie? I mean, I guess if you know that she did that, then maybe it does. I'm not trying to shame her or anything, but it's a little distracting, right? To know that that's anyway. But if you look at the Rotten Tomato meter, the 71%, 93%, it did fare well. Basically, I do recommend getting out to see it. It's not, I wouldn't skip it. Clearly, you're not going to probably be able to see it in the theater anymore. Maybe a cheap theater if it's out there. Otherwise, catch it on Disney Plus. It's worth the time, I suppose. Just know that if you are limited in time and you want a more quality movie, something a little bit more fun to watch, by all means, go watch the original cartoon. I think you'll like it a lot better. And you're not really missing anything by not seeing this one. But again, want to see a new version of it? You want to see something a little more updated? You want to say, hey, I saw the live action. I keep doing this live action because a lot of the live action things are just CGI put on a backdrop. Now, this isn't as bad as like the Lion King live action was, where it was all CGI. This obviously has real people in it. But the acting is good. I didn't mention that yet. Nani does a good job. The little girl playing Lilo does a good job. It does have Zach Galifianakis in it. If you're a fan of his, a lot of times when you get the big names in these things, they become distracting. I don't think he really was. In fact, at first I wasn't even sure it was him, and then I noticed. I went, "Oh, that looks like Zach Galifianakis." So, if you like him, watch it. Either way, I'm gonna get this one churned out. I've got some more coming up. In fact, I can tell you the lineup. Stay with us. After this one, we're gonna cover down on Ballerina. I've got How to Train Your Dragon, again live action. Jurassic World, Karate Kid Legends, 28 years later. That was pretty good actually. Superman, and we're going to finalize, at least finally get caught up with Fantastic Four, and I might even go out and see the new Naked Gun here in the next couple nights. So a lot to get on the plate. Get caught back up and start churning these out in a more timely fashion for you guys. But hey, this is part-time for me, so I'm doing it as when I can. Thank you for visiting my channel. Please do like, please do subscribe, please do ring the notification bell so you can get these even when we're talking about watching them on the streamers or renting or however people get their movies nowadays. And I will see you next time. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.
This is 24-hour Gribble Talk, serving the entire Tri-House area.
Dale is a terrible radio personality.
All
Hey, we're
right.
listening to him. He must be doing something right.